What would you do if you found the wallet of the most powerful man in the city? For Quinn Foster, the answer was simple: return it to its owner. She never expected this small kindness would lead to an offer that could change her life. If this love story touches your heart, please help us reach 1,000 subscriptions. Before we begin, let us know in the comments where you're watching us from, and please like this video to support the channel. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy the story. Quinn Foster stopped on the bustling sidewalk. Under the afternoon sun, her eyes landed on a sleek black leather wallet, lying abandoned on the side of the road. Quinn picked up the wallet and looked around, but no one seemed to be searching for the lost item. She gently placed the wallet into her handbag and quickly left the crowded area. Back at her small apartment, Quinn opened the wallet to check its contents. Inside, there was a substantial amount of cash, a few glossy black premium credit cards, and an ID card with the name Asher Stone, CEO, Stone Enterprises. Stone Enterprises, Quinn murmured. The name sounded familiar. She searched it on her phone and realized it was one of the largest tech corporations in the city. And the man in the ID photo, with sharp gray eyes and a stern expression, was the well-known CEO of the company. She quickly typed up a short email to the owner of the wallet. Dear Mr. Stone, I found your wallet on Fifth Avenue this afternoon. It's intact with all your credit cards and cash. I'd like to return it to you as soon as possible. Sincerely, Quinn Foster. 2 days passed with no response. Quinn decided to go directly to the Stone Enterprises headquarters to return the wallet. Wearing the simplest dress she had, Quinn felt somewhat out of place in the luxurious space of the main lobby. I'd like to meet Asher Stone, she said to the receptionist. I'm sorry, but Mr. Stone doesn't meet anyone without an appointment, the woman replied with a judgmental glance. You can leave a message. I found his belongings and want to return them personally. Then you can leave it here, and we'll pass it on to him. Just then, a beautiful woman with shiny blonde hair and an expensive suit stepped out of the elevator. What's going on, Jessica? She asked the receptionist. Nothing to worry about, Ms. Blackwood. This person just wants to meet Mr. Stone without an appointment. The woman, clearly an important figure in the company, turned to look Quinn up and down. And you are? Quinn Foster. I found Mr. Stone's wallet and would like to return it. I'm Victoria Blackwood, CEO of Stone Enterprises. I can take it from here and give it to him. Quinn hesitated. She had come all this way and truly wanted to return it directly. Asher is in a meeting with the board of directors, Victoria continued, clearly noticing Quinn's hesitation. But if you're patient... At that moment, a tall man in a black suit stepped out of another elevator, accompanied by a group of executives. Quinn immediately recognized his face. In real life, he exuded even more authority than in his photos. Mr. Stone! Quinn called out, ignoring the disapproving glares from Victoria and the receptionist. I found your things! Asher Stone looked at her with a skeptical gaze, then glanced down at the wallet Quinn was holding. I emailed you but didn't receive a response, Quinn explained. Come to my office, Asher said briefly, motioning for Quinn to follow him into the elevator, much to Victoria Blackwood's clear displeasure. Asher, we still have a meeting with the investors, Victoria reminded him, casting a sharp look at Quinn. They can wait another 10 minutes, Asher replied decisively. In the confined space of the elevator, Quinn could feel the tense silence. Asher Stone was much taller than her, and the faint scent of expensive cologne coming from him made Quinn acutely aware of his presence. Business is hectic, Asher spoke again. I don't check my personal emails regularly. I understand, but I figured you'd want your important things back. The elevator doors opened, leading straight into a spacious office with a panoramic view of the entire city of New York. Please have a seat, Asher gestured to the chair opposite his desk. I must admit, I'm quite surprised. Not many people would return such a valuable item. Quinn placed the wallet on the desk. It doesn't belong to me. It's as simple as that. Asher opened the wallet, quickly checking the contents inside. Everything's intact. He pulled out a stack of money. Here, a reward for your honesty. Quinn shook her head. I don't need a reward. I just did the right thing.
This world doesn't have many people who do the right thing without expecting a reward. Asher looked her directly in the eyes. What do you do for a living, Quinn Foster? I'm a freelance graphic designer.
Stone Enterprises is looking for new creative design staff for an upcoming project. Do you have a portfolio to show? I do, but I don't think I have the experience for a creative director position at such a big company. Let me decide that, Asher said. Send your portfolio to my company email, and here's my phone number. He handed her a business card for easier communication about the job. Quinn took the card, feeling slightly overwhelmed. Thank you, but I don't want to receive any special treatment because of a small act. This is not special treatment, Quinn Foster, Asher said, the corner of his mouth lifting slightly. This is an opportunity, and I only give opportunities to those who deserve them. That night, at Quinn's apartment, you're getting an interview at Stone Enterprises? All because you returned a wallet? Olivia asked in disbelief as Quinn recounted the events at their shared apartment. It's not just because of that. Asher Stone actually cared about my portfolio. My best friend is about to become part of the high society, Olivia chuckled. But be careful. Powerful men like Asher Stone tend to have a lot of secrets. Quinn didn't say anything, but Olivia's warning lingered in her mind. 3 days after sending her portfolio, Quinn received a call from Stone Enterprises' HR department inviting her for an interview. The interview went smoothly until Victoria Blackwood entered the room. I want to sit in on this interview, she declared, her cold gaze fixed on Quinn. The head of HR seemed surprised, but didn't dare object. Of course, Ms. Blackwood. Victoria sat down, placing a stack of files in front of her. Ms. Foster, I've looked over your portfolio. To be honest, I don't understand why we're interviewing someone with your lack of experience for such an important position. Quinn felt her heart race, but she remained calm. I may lack experience working at large corporations, but I bring a fresh, creative approach. Sometimes that's more important than experience. You seem very confident, but Stone Enterprises is not a place for experimentation. Then why was I invited for the interview? Quinn couldn't hold back. That's exactly what I'm wondering, Victoria replied. The interview ended on a tense note. Quinn left the Stone Enterprises building with a heavy heart. She couldn't understand why Victoria Blackwood had such a hostile attitude. That evening, Quinn's phone rang, an unknown number. Quinn Foster speaking. Ms. Foster, this is Asher Stone. A deep, warm voice came through the phone. I heard your interview didn't go smoothly. Quinn was surprised that the CEO himself was calling her. It wasn't exactly that. Victoria can sometimes be difficult. But don't worry, I've seen your portfolio, and I'm impressed. We'd like to offer you a position at Stone Enterprises. Quinn didn't know whether to feel happy or uneasy. Mr. Stone, I don't want to be hired just because you feel obligated after I returned your wallet. I'm not that kind of person, Quinn. I don't make business decisions based on emotions. You have talent, and I need talented people. But Ms. Blackwood doesn't seem to think so. Victoria has her own criteria, but I'm the one who makes the final decision. Can you start next Monday? Quinn bit her lip, thinking. This was the opportunity she had always dreamed of, but the way everything had unfolded made her uncomfortable. I need some time to think, she finally replied. I understand, Asher said, his voice tinged with slight disappointment. Let me know your decision by Friday. After a sleepless night, Quinn decided to accept the offer. No matter how doubtful she felt, this was still too good of an opportunity to pass up. On her first day at work, Quinn was introduced to the creative team. Most of the people greeted her warmly, except for one man in his early 30s with dark hair and piercing eyes. This is Daniel Reed, our current creative director, the manager introduced. Ms. Foster will be working under his guidance. Daniel Reed looked at Quinn with an expression as displeased as Victoria Blackwood's. Welcome, he said briefly, not an ounce of friendliness in his tone. Quinn quickly realized that Daniel felt threatened by her presence. He assigned her the most menial tasks, criticized every idea she had, and never invited her to any important meetings. Things took a turn for the worse during a client presentation when Asher Stone suddenly asked Quinn to share her thoughts. I, um, Quinn stammered, unprepared. Ms. Foster is new to the company and not fully familiar with this project, Daniel interjected. But sometimes a fresh perspective can bring groundbreaking ideas. Asher looked directly at Quinn. You don't have to be perfect, just be honest. Encouraged, Quinn started sharing her initial ideas. To her surprise, the client was very impressed with her suggestions. After the meeting, Daniel approached Quinn. Impressive, Foster, but don't get too cocky. You were just lucky today. I wasn't trying to overshadow you, Quinn explained. Mr. Stone asked, and I just followed his request. Yeah, Mr. Stone seems very interested in you, Daniel sneered. You know, Stone Enterprises only hires people who graduate from top-tier schools or have at least 5 years of experience. But you're different. Quinn felt the blood rush to her face. I was hired for my skills. Of course, Daniel scoffed, then walked away. The following weeks weren't easy. Quinn faced jealousy from Daniel, the cold stares of Victoria whenever they crossed paths, and the rumors about her being favored by the CEO. One evening, while Quinn was working late, she overheard a heated argument coming from Asher's office. She didn't mean to eavesdrop, but Victoria Blackwood's voice was too loud to ignore. Asher, you can't favor her like this. People are talking. I'm not favoring anyone, Victoria. Quinn Foster has talent, and you know that. She's just a lucky girl who found your wallet. And now she's exploiting that. Enough. I don't want to hear this anymore. My decision is final. Quinn quickly slipped away when the office door opened. Victoria walked out, her face flushed with anger. She froze when she saw Quinn. Enjoy your privilege, Victoria said, her voice dripping with sarcasm. But don't forget, what comes easy can go just as easily. Quinn wanted to respond, but Victoria was already gone before she could say anything. Asher appeared in the doorway of his office. Quinn, you're still here? I have a few things I need to finish, Quinn replied, trying to stay calm. Come in for a moment, Asher invited. In his private office, Asher offered Quinn a glass of whiskey, but she declined. I'm sorry if you overheard that argument, Asher said. Victoria can be very protective of the company. And protective of you, Quinn added without thinking. Asher raised an eyebrow. You think she's jealous? I don't know, but it's clear she doesn't like me. And she's not the only one. Daniel Reed feels the same. Everyone thinks I'm getting special treatment because... Because of what? Asher stepped closer, his gray eyes locking onto Quinn's, causing her heart to race. Because I returned your wallet. Asher shook his head. Quinn, you were hired for your talent, but I can't deny that your actions earlier showed me something rare. Integrity. And that's what I'm looking for. Quinn felt slightly overwhelmed by Asher's proximity. He was standing too close, and the masculine scent from him made it hard for her to focus. I should go, she said, taking a step back. Yeah, Asher nodded. But Quinn, don't let the rumors bother you. Show them you deserve to be here by proving it through your work. Quinn left Asher's office, her mind racing with the words he had just said. One morning, as Quinn walked into the office, she immediately sensed the unusually tense atmosphere. A female colleague rushed over to her with a worried look on her face. What's going on? Quinn asked. Someone copied the entire new design for the Apex project and sent it to a competitor. And guess what? They think it was you. What? Quinn gasped. How could that be? The designs were sent from your company email at 3 a.m., but you weren't here then, right? Of course not. This is clearly a setup. Asher Stone is holding an emergency meeting right now, and Victoria Blackwood is demanding that they fire you immediately. Quinn rushed to the meeting room, her heart pounding in her chest. As she walked in, every pair of eyes in the room turned toward her. Victoria Blackwood stood next to Asher, a victorious expression on her face. Daniel Reed sat in the corner of the room, his expression unreadable. Ms. Foster, Asher spoke, his voice so cold that Quinn didn't recognize it. Do you know why we've called this meeting? I just heard about the information leak, but I swear I have nothing to do with this. The evidence points directly at you, Victoria said, placing a file on the table. The email was sent from your account, Your fingerprints are on the file, and you were the last person to access the system. I didn't do this. Someone is trying to frame me. Asher stared at her intently, his eyes showing no emotion. Do you have any proof? Asher's voice dropped lower. I. Quinn stopped, feeling like her heart was shattering. How could she prove her innocence when all the evidence was stacked against her? At that moment, Daniel Reed suddenly stood up. I think we need to check the security cameras. Victoria spun around sharply. The cameras don't cover the employee work areas, you know that. True, but they cover the building's entrances, Daniel said, his eyes holding a deeper meaning. And if Foster wasn't here at 3 a.m., Asher nodded. Retrieve the footage immediately. While waiting, Quinn felt every second stretch on like an eternity. Here it is, the security team reported over the phone. No one entered the building from midnight to 5 a.m. Check the remote login history, Asher ordered. Victoria started looking increasingly uncomfortable. There was a remote login to Ms. Foster's account, the IT staff reported. But the IP address belongs to a computer in our company. The room buzzed with murmurs. Asher furrowed his brow. Whose computer? A brief silence. Ms. Blackwood's, sir. Victoria went pale. Everyone in the room turned to look at her. This is ridiculous, Victoria protested. Why would I do that? Because you hated me from the very beginning, Quinn suddenly realized. You didn't want me here. Victoria. Asher's voice was ice cold. My office. Now. As Victoria and Asher left, Quinn felt a weight lift off her shoulders but still felt dizzy from the revelation. Daniel walked over to her. Thank you, Quinn whispered. But why? Daniel sighed. I've worked under Victoria long enough to know when she's lying, and I was unfair to you, Foster. I'm sorry for that. That afternoon, Quinn was called into Asher's office. Victoria had already left. As Quinn walked in, she saw Asher standing by the window, his back turned to her. The warm golden-orange hues of the sunset bathed his figure in soft light. Quinn didn't know what to say. I believed in you, Asher spoke suddenly, still not turning around. Even when all the evidence was against you, deep down, I couldn't bring myself to believe you did it. Then why did you? Because I had to be fair. But every second I had to play the role of the cold-hearted CEO, it felt like I was tearing my own heart apart. Asher turned around. He took slow steps toward her. Quinn, Asher's voice softened. I'm sorry for putting you through this. Victoria confessed everything. She was jealous of you. Jealous? Quinn was taken aback. Not because of your job? Asher met her gaze directly. But because you have something she could never have. My heart. Quinn's heart raced wildly, feeling as though the floor beneath her was spinning. What do you mean? Asher took another step closer, now standing just inches away from her. Quinn could feel the warmth of his body, the familiar scent of his cologne enveloping her, making her dizzy with desire. Asher reached out, gently touching Quinn's cheek. I tried to fight this feeling. I told myself it was just admiration, gratitude. But the truth is, I've fallen in love with you. His confession seemed to drown Quinn in a dreamlike haze. All the sleepless nights she had spent thinking about this man, all the times she had convinced herself that it was just one-sided affection. Asher, I have feelings for you too, but I'm scared. Scared that people will say I'm using you. I don't care what they say. I only know that ever since I met you, my world has become brighter. I find myself thinking about you in every moment. Asher gently pulled her into his arms, and Quinn no longer resisted. She rested her head on his solid shoulder, feeling his strong heartbeat merge with the rhythm of her own. We'll have to face a lot of challenges, Quinn whispered. I know, but we'll face them together. You've shown me you're the strongest woman I've ever known. When Asher gently lifted her chin and their lips met, Quinn felt every doubt, every worry melt away. Their first kiss was sweet and passionate, as if they had both been waiting for this moment for a long time. 6 months later, Quinn sat in her office. The afternoon sun streamed through the window, making her engagement ring sparkle, a delicate diamond set on a platinum band. She gazed out the window, taking in the vibrant city of New York beneath the golden hues of the sunset. There was a soft knock on the door, and Asher stepped inside, smiling at her. Quinn still felt her heart race whenever she saw that smile. "I want to thank fate for making me drop that wallet on just the right day, at just the right time so you could pick it up. Do you believe in destiny?" "I never did, until I met you." As their lips met in a sweet kiss, Quinn understood that sometimes the most random moments are the beginnings of the greatest things in life. True love always finds a way to bloom, and fate has a way of bringing kindred souls together. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more inspiring tales of love, resilience, and second chances. See you in the next story.